Halls of Torment. Hello, boys and girls. Halls of Torment. Um, as you can see, I unlocked a bunch of fucking characters. Yeah, one character missing, and then I have them all. Jesus Christ. I didn't like blast through this game the last couple of days, but I was like playing Sonic Crossworld because that game had some new content coming out, so I had to play it a bit. Yeah, still waiting for that SpongeBob add-on or whatever. What do we have here? Arcane Splitters. Okay, I guess that's what I'm gonna do. Do this shit. What the fuck is that even? What? Oh, it's the same shit. First level, Arcane Splitters. Okay, we're going to focus on that item. Yeah, this fucking game, man. Yeah, I really love it. It is definitely one of the best games in the genre, without a doubt. Can't really think of anything that is honestly. Okay, Bloodshed. Bloodshed is on par. Bloodshed is really great. I'd say Bloodshed and Keeper's Toll. I never tried Vampire Survivor though. It's crazy. My brother played it, platinumed it. My best friend played it, platinumed it. I just never got to play it though. My first one in this genre was Brotato, and I really liked Brotato because I thought Brotato was a really fucking great game. Crit chance, crit bonus. I don't know what is better, crit bonus or crit chance. I'm gonna take both. I'm definitely going for a critical build. But yeah, my first one that I ever played in the genre, at least I think it was Brotato. I played it and was like, this was so fucking fun. What the hell is this genre called? And I thought it was kind of like, I don't know, whatever. I guess it's I don't know, Binding of Isaac like, but it isn't. It's something completely different. And actually, I give Vampire Survivor a little too much credit. It definitely kick-started this whole obsession with this genre for many people. But it was not the first. For fuck's sake, man. Guess I'll take this. The first one was a mobile game that is relatively obscure now. You can still get it though and play it. It's not like it's gone or something. But not many people know about it anymore because Vampire Survivor pretty much took its spot. But I played it. Uh, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a little bit too hard in some aspects. That's where Vampire Survivor kind of jumps in and says, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna have the easier version." Oops. Didn't pay attention for a second. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. But Brotato was my go-to. I don't remember what my others were. I definitely have to say Halls of Torment was most likely the second one I started playing, or was it really? I have so many games of this genre in my PlayStation account, guys. You'd think I'm insane or something. I guess I'll take those then. Wait, there's two boss characters, like elite enemies. I kill them. I need the bonus shit. Oh, they're crit bonus or crit chance. I don't know which of the two is honestly better. So I'm just gonna take this. Trying to gain some trophies here and there. The trophies in this game are surprisingly. How would I describe them? Not cryptic, but they're quite. They're kind of nonchalant in their attitude. It's like, yeah, you have to play the game a lot. You have to understand the mechanics. You have to like engage deeply with it. There are the arcane splinters, or whatever arcane splinters. Now what I'm gonna do it like this. Fuck it. I'm just gonna have the arcane splinters and nothing else. There you go. The rest I'm gonna convert it to XP. So I have an easier time. For the bonus, that's what I want. Okay, let's see what the upper scroll has to offer. Is there actually some item you can obtain in this level? Like, I don't know, some form of potion. I think when you play the Agony mode, there may be some. I'll take that. I'm gonna be wasting my fucking time playing this game now. I mean, it's not a waste of time. I mean, what is a waste of time, guys? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, Rotato was the first. Then I believe I moved on to this one. I'm not quite sure. You could say I played then some offshoot type of games like this. One of them was, I believe, called Whimsical Survivor or something like that, or Wispike Survivor, like that. And there's a shit ton of these survivor games, man, on the console. It's crazy. Some of them are slop, AI slop. Others are genuinely really good games. Yeah, fuck, man. Why would I? Damn. Yeah. And others are kind of amazing games, honestly. I don't know which one that. What was another one that I played? I played Vampire Hunters, which is a pretty good game. It is quite difficult, though. I have to say, it is probably one of the more difficult ones I played. Bloodshed, thus far, one of the newer ones, and this is, in my opinion, one of the absolute best ones. Like, it completely turns around the whole concept 180 degrees. I've never tried out Megabonk. I tried out a knockoff on the PSN store. I thought it was Megabonk. I actually got scammed. $10 away from me. But whatever. It's not like I can change the past. Whatever. Let's take damage. My god, man. I'm not getting the items I want. It's kind of annoying. And I keep forgetting I have potions with which I can fucking, neglect some of the... Okay. Mana. I'm going to go down, man. You know what? You got to take the vitality. Okay, what am I gonna fuck off from here? This one. Another one. Honestly, this one. Go away. Now this. Yeah, let's take this, I guess. If nothing else arrives, then I'll take this. I'm gonna stand around for a bit. And just let the enemies come up to me. Because I also want to have the 25,000 kills in this level. Which is insanely hard to achieve. I have absolutely no clue how the hell you're supposed to do this. I guess you gotta play either the sorceress or the bow and arrow girl. Archer, that's the term, okay. I don't know why the hell I didn't know that. But how the fuck are you supposed to get that? I don't know. Like, the Northlander can definitely not do that. He is fucking fast and good to play with. Rephrase that sentence. Yeah, what can I say? Guess I gotta take this, I don't know. Well, the boss is already here. I woke up relatively early today. Like I woke up, 7 o'clock in the morning. I heard my brother in the background. I was like, okay, now what? I'm gonna actually wake up now, prepare everything in the flat, apartment. That is soon going to be mine. And yeah, other than that, I was like, yeah, holy hell, yeah. Damn, I'm just now out of all the fucking times in my life, now I'm like imagining. I have not actually told one friend of mine that I'm moving. I wonder what the fuck he would react like. He would probably be like, "Oh, that is so cool. Can I move in with you? It would be so fucking nice if I could." He would probably react like that. I can't imagine any other way he would react. It sounds ridiculous when I explain it like this, but I feel like I feel like that's gonna be exactly his reaction. Only that. Shit, I can't seem to upgrade the arcane splinters. What's going on over here? What do you got? That's actually kind of good. That's actually really good. That's really good. Yeah. Oh, this. Yeah. What the fuck was I talking about? I don't know. Oh yeah. I bet if I told him that I was moving, he would fucking suggest, "Oh, I should move in with you. We should have a flat together. And I'm gonna be your housewife. That's what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be a housewife." Which I would have responded something like, "Hey man, no homo. I don't know why you always want this shit. I, no offense. It's not like I don't want to be in an apartment with you, but I have this apartment for myself, so I can fucking do whatever I want to do. So I can fucking invite uh, people I want to be here, like girls and not fucking dudes who want to be my housewives or something like that. That is just ridiculous." And yeah, like this is just this is something that I would have said if this conversation would have happened, but it didn't happen. And I don't know if it will happen. That person doesn't respond to me at the moment. This is kind of weird. Usually it's the other way around, and I don't respond because I'm too busy. But I have a little bit of time on my sleeves now. I'm actually kind of not that busy. Like tomorrow, Sector 2 is coming out, and I will actually have time to play it because I only work till 1 o'clock. So it's gonna be kind of cool, honestly. I'm gonna go home and then I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, Sector 2. This will be the fucking game I will play, man. This will be the game. The fucking game. Oh man. I heard the secret recipe for some of these missions is if you upgrade the Mehrfachangriff, which means multiple attacks at once thing. I think that's kind of what it's. I don't know how to explain that. What is a Mehrfachangriff? It's kind of like a combo, I guess. Is it that though? I don't know. The game is so fucking addictive. Like, just imagine they actually, like, the fucking Diablo 2 remaster. It did have the art style and all. It looked really great. But just imagine they had some of the improvements of later games in that game, and it would have been an amazing game. I think, no offense to Vicarious Visions, they're a really good developer. But holy shit, they really fucked it up in terms of accessibility features. And I'm gonna sound like such a modern gamer, But I think Diablo 2 really needed accessibility options because Diablo 2 is fucking outdated as hell. And I don't understand why the fans are always like, oh, Diablo 2 is the absolute pinnacle of the franchise. Nothing about the other games is as good as it. Maybe that's the case for Diablo 4. But Diablo 3 was fucking amazing, guys. I don't care what you're saying. When Diablo 3 got updated and everything, it turned into a way better game than Diablo 2 for me. I'm not regretting saying that. Because honest to God, I played Diablo 2, and I thought the atmosphere and all was really cool. The characters were cool. The soundtrack was really nice. But combat and the overall convenience of it all, Jesus Christ, all time low. You would always get full. You could not like fucking go back to any village and just fucking sell your shit and come back to the actual mission you were trying to do. You were moving at such a snail's fucking pace in that game. And the combat itself just did not fucking do it to me. It's not like I'm kind of an ADHD child and I'm like, oh yeah, I need the screen to flash with fucking million colors all at the same time. No, I just want a bit more of a fucking fast-paced combat, and I think I gotta give Diablo 4 credit where credit is due. The combat is fucking better in that game than in Diablo 2. It's really fucking good. But Diablo 4 as a whole just doesn't. I don't vibe with that game as I should. It's taking a lot of ideas from Sacred and from other titles in the genre like Titan Quest, and doesn't implement them honestly all that well like it should. This is one of my gripes with Diablo 4. But I'm not gonna criticize a game too much that I didn't play too much, so fuck it. I played a lot of Diablo 2 back in the day when I got my key for it on the Battle.net, and I just didn't like it. Then they released the remake with Vicarious Missions on the consoles, and I didn't actually buy that one. I got that one for free. The thing is, I don't even actually buy Activision games anymore. I stopped doing that a while. And if I ever buy them, I'm gonna buy them second hand. Diablo 2 at that time I got for free. I won it at in online survey thing. In fact, my brother won it, not me. It was another online survey thing where he already won another game one time. I just don't remember which one it was. But yeah, he won it, and he got to play it, and the game looks better and all, and it plays a bit better, control-wise and shit like that. It's finally on console, you know. This was the only Diablo game not on console for the longest of times, because Diablo 1 was even on console. And even that game I'd consider to be really damn cool. But whatever. Say it like this. I think that while it improves on some things, it doesn't improve on the major issues that I had with the original Diablo 2. Like, and I think that's a big problem for me because I wish Diablo fucking, you know, 2 would have had some improvements, like some very specific improvements as I already mentioned. Like, I don't know. They could have added so much more. I mean, you know, I love Vicarious Visions and all, but I noticed that they're way too afraid to do their own fucking things with some of these titles. I know they probably don't want to fucking make some people mad, but at times I wish they would jump out of the box and do something more unique, like fucking Beanox did on Crash Nitro Fuels. That game was fucking amazing. They took a lot of liberty. They added a lot of cool new additions to the fucking game, and everybody loved it. Nobody complained about it. At least I don't know anybody who complained about it. Um, then let's look at fucking Crash and Saint Trilogy that Vicarious Missions made. There's nothing there essentially. Like they added very few things. You can play as Coco now. That's cool. The controls are slightly more fucked up for some reason. I don't know what the hell they did with that. Graphics are, well, you could argue if they're an improvement or not. They look kind of uncanny, but I like them in a way. I'm kind of nostalgic to them already. Like what else? Look at their Tony Hawk remake. That was one that took liberty. That was one that I would say, yeah, that is it, Vicarious Visions. That's what I wanted to see you do in Diablo 2, but you didn't do it because you were too afraid to piss off the fan base. And I don't know what Vicarious Missions is doing now. but I hope that they're actually going to take up some courage and do something unique and for once. Like, damn, like, remember when they developed Crash Nitro Kart on consoles? Yeah, that alone was already a sign for me that these guys have no ounce of own creativity in them because a lot of the things that they did was rehashed from Crash Team Racing. And I don't want to constantly sound like a hater or anything, but it's really saddening me that this fucking developer is just so scared of jumping out of the box and like doing something completely unique for once. Like they had opportunities. I guess Skylanders was cool, but even then, many people say that the Vicarious Vision Skylanders games are the worst. I disagree. I think the ones that I played by them were really good. Uh, and if I'm correct, I think they made Swap Force. If they made Swap Force, then hell, man, that is probably the best Skylanders game. Uh, I don't want to, I don't want to jump to conclusions because Skylanders Giants is also a thing, and that game is fucking amazing. Skylanders Giants was really good, man. That game was I'm really nostalgic for what's that one. But Swap Force, when I fucking played that game last year, holy hell, I enjoyed the living crap out of it. It was a really damn good game. I never got to try out any of the other games though. I played Imaginators back when it released in Platinum, and then I thought Imaginators was amazing. But I can see how the Skylanders fan base doesn't like it. I can see how they feel like, oh, it's kind of falling flat on its nose, it doesn't have a lot of content. I agree, but I still think Imaginators is fucking fun, especially with the whole aspect of making your own characters. And I'll say this, and only this, because I forgot that they did it. This was probably the best thing Vicarious Visions ever made with the Crash Bandicoot IP, because the Crash Bandicoot level in fucking Skylanders Imaginators was the fucking direction I wish Crash would have went. But he didn't. No. He played it safe with Crash 4, because Toys for Bob. That baffles me. Toys for Bob was so fucking good with the Spyro remake, taking lots of liberty, adding a lot of cool ass shit into it. And then as soon as they move on to Crash Bandicoot, they just run this character down the fucking drain. What were they doing with this guy? I was so fucking pissed off with Crash Bandicoot 4 because it was absolutely not what I wanted them to do. I knew Toys for Bob as a developer with creativity. I played the fucking Madagascar games back in the day on PS2 and thought they were amazing and creative and fun. The Skylanders games are fucking brilliant. Although I'll have to say Vicarious Visions were the ones who improved on Skylanders, but still, it is a darn damn shame that when they released Crash 4, they just absolutely run Crash down the drain, fucked his legacy up for me. In my opinion, I don't know, Crash 4 really ruined the franchise for me. And I don't want to be like that. It's like it's a shame that I once in a while I always have to talk about this game and be kind of pissed off about it, but it's like I'm more sad than fucking mad. It's like such a shame that Crash 4 was not the fucking thing I've hoped it would be. And I am not crying out and saying, hey, guys, you should have done a Crash of the Titans game. As much as I would have loved this, I know that in the near future we won't probably never get it unless it's a remaster or something like that, which I really hope would happen. But, I am very damn aware that we are that this would have probably flopped. This would have probably flopped. Let's face it. And Crash 4 is, financially speaking, the better decision. You know, it is the better decision, financially speaking. But it is so damn uncreative. I played Crash 4 and I thought to myself, okay, Toys for Bob, I expected more from you. You guys really kind of, I don't know. I know you guys can do better. What the fuck happened here? And then they released Crash Team Rumble. The fuck was that? What the fuck was Crash Team Rumble? I played this game all the way through, platinumed it even. By the way, horrible platinum. Absolutely ridiculous. It's most typical fucking Activision platinum you can ever think of. Grind out this, grind out that, grind out this class, grind out that class. Fucking, I don't even know how long I played the game for, but it was way too long. It was probably not even that much, but it felt like way too much. Like, I played it with a friend all the way through. I played it with Oscar. The entire fucking time I was playing the game. I don't think I ever played it alone because it was so fucking boring for me to play this game alone. And it was only fun with friends. Otherwise, there was absolutely no reason why I should ever play this game. And I have no desire of ever replaying it and getting the platinum again on my second account. There's absolutely no desire for this. And I'm never gonna try to attend it because I had such a miserable experience originally. This game didn't even have fucking XP bonus during the weekends. There was nothing like that essentially. Every time we would play, we would get the same amount of XP, the same amount of everything. Nothing would fucking level up. I was forced to play as Crash fucking Bandicoot the entirety throughout this fucking game. And that pissed me off. There were so many cool characters. Dingodile, fucking uh, 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 yeah. Was Ripperoo in the game? I don't know. Yeah, that's another thing I was so pissed off about. What the hell was the roster of this game? Like, okay, wait, let me quickly get up a sheet of paper. Let me quickly get up the roster of this game. Crash Team Rumble. A game that wasn't even supported for that long. It had 1 or 2 fucking seasons or whatever the hell, where they added a few characters and that's it. Nothing else. So what are all the fucking characters in this game? Tell me. It had 2 seasons. There you go. Only 2 seasons. You know, fucking Crash Nitro Fuel. Every month there was new content and new characters that they shoved into the game. Crash Team Rumble could not do the same, although it is a game that was made out of fucking reused assets. You're telling me you couldn't fucking add Entropy into this game? Give me fucking... Where's the spreadsheet of all the characters? I need to know. There's no spreadsheet of all... Why? Where's the Crash Bandicoot Wikipedia? You guys are kidding me, right? There's absolutely nothing. What? There, Bandipedia. That's probably gonna be the site for me. There. Characters you can play as in this game. Crash Bandicoot, obviously. I mean, I was fucking mad I was forced to play as him the entire time. But, what can you do? Tawna Bandicoot, and it's not even the real Tawna, it's actually the fucking ridiculous discount Tawna that nobody fucking likes. We have Cat Bat. Who? Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna trash on that. I'm glad they added a new character to this game. But did we really need... The less I say about this, the better. Okay, Spyro. Okay, you know, Spyro is never getting his own new game. I, at this point, kind of lost hope in Spyro franchise. But he was in this game, and that is cool. Dingodile, nice. Embryo, nice. Entropy. Listen up, guys. Listen up. Entropy, but it's not even the actual Entropy, it's the female version of Entropy. What? Why the fuck not even at... Why the fuck not at both? You have the character designs for both of these fuckers. Ripperoo. I'm glad he's there. He was the only fucking addition where I could say, hell yeah, finally somebody who was not in Crash 4 and we get to play as him here. Elora. Why Elora? Why the fuck Elora? Out of all the characters of the Spyro franchise, you said to yourself Elora. Okay, here's a little Elora rant. I fucking hate Elora. And it's not like... Where do I begin? Elora to me is the most pointless Spyro character of all time. Like, holy fucking hell. I see more value in Bentley than with Elora. Out of all the female characters from Spyro, you said, yeah, Elora, the one who doesn't even do fighting in the franchise is gonna be the one. The one who only fucking smart talk Spyro around. That is the one we want in there. That is the... Why? Because the Gooners love this character. I'm not even kidding. That is the fucking reason why they added them in. You couldn't have added Bianca into the game? Really? Bianca? The character who was in more Spyro games? The character who has actually a fucking character arc? The character who actually fights in the franchise? Are you fucking serious? Elora? Heck, even Sheila would have been better. Sheila actually does something. And you guys had the character model for her. A brand new character model. I didn't necessarily like it, but you had it. You could have used it. Bianca, might I say again, would have been a better choice. Coco Bandicoot, well, to be expected. And Cortex Engine Crypto. Okay, now that I see this, I think to myself, so instead of Alora, they could have also just added Hunter. People fucking love Hunter. He is a fan favorite of the franchise. Like, really. Whatever. I am not going to talk anymore about this. All I just wanted to say, I was highly disappointed in the way the Crash Bandicoot franchise was being fucking mistreated during the last two fucking games. Like, after something like Nitro Fuel, which was just absolutely amazing fucking game, we get Crash 4 and Crash Team Rumble. Wow. Crash 4 is highly uncreative, and Crash Team Rumble was just a train wreck. An experiment that failed. Fell on its nose flat. I don't even know how much that game sold. I can't imagine not that good. Otherwise, we would have already got more content, but we didn't. So whatever. But to conclude it to a conclusion, um, Crash Bandicoot, Thumping Wumpa Island in the Skylanders Imaginators. That is exactly what I wanted a new Crash game to be. Creative, a character design that I actually really like. I love the character designs in Thumping Wumpa Island a lot. They gave fucking fake Crash a lot of character. In fact, he was the main bad guy in it. Fucking the combat style was not tight and slack, but it wasn't fucking ridiculous as well. Like, I'm not saying that the actual Crash Classic combat cannot work in modern times. It can. Crash Bandicoot 4 is an example that it can work. This is one thing that can work. But I wish that it wasn't so retro focused and would actually move it to a modern direction. We are in fucking 2025, for crying out loud. We should be able to get platformers nowadays that are not constantly trying to fucking retro bait people. Like, every fucking modern 3D platformer that is being released is just retro bait. It's either a remaster or retro bait. One of the two things it always is. Why the fuck would I care about playing this if I have played already a million games of these types back on the GameCube, on the N64, on the PlayStation 1? Tell me why. There is absolutely no reason why. What is one thing that is absolutely underrepresented in today's game media? Action 3D platformers. The stuffs that the PS2 had a lot of. The stuffs that only fucking the PS2 and early PS3 had a lot. You didn't see anything like this later on. I guess Knack was kind of like that. I can kind of see Knack being that. Knack was fucking great, but everybody hated it because it was combat focused. Especially Knack 2. Ooh, that fucking skank of a game. Nobody likes Knack. Knack is just bullshit. It's a Crash Bandicoot ripoff. Fuck that game. It's a difficult Crash Bandicoot ripoff that nobody wants to play. Bullshit, guys. You guys have never even tried out Knack 2, and I can prove it. I mean, that sounds like a conspiracy theorist. But, I'm 100% sure most people who criticize Knack 2 have not fucking played this game. Or at least not played it all the way through like I have. I platinumed the game, I speedrun the game, I did everything imaginable with that fucking game. And I'm gonna replay it actually, get the platinum again, because I just really love Knack 2. It is one of the absolute best PlayStation exclusive titles that I've played on the PlayStation 4. And I stand with that opinion. Because it is. It is. The most interesting PlayStation IPs and fucking exclusives are the ones that nobody fucking talks about nowadays, like Folklore. That game was so awesome. It was such a cool alternative to fucking Pokemon that I wish Sony would have continued on with it. But they didn't. They had this one fucking game in the franchise and said, okay, goodbye, Folklore. We're not gonna fucking ever see you again. And the concept was so cool. Irish Folklore? Like fucking put into a Pokemon type of gameplay. Although it is more action focused, You'll like use the Pokemons as attacks. How cool is that? How cool is fucking that? What is the new Pokemon game doing? Oh, we're gonna put the fucking textures on the wall and make it look like it's a window, although it isn't, because obviously there's no fucking window there. It's just texture, and it looks horrible. Wow, wow, Nintendo, you guys, you're brilliant. You Game Freak and Pokemon Company should all clap your fucking shoulders, like pet your shoulders. I mean, and you should all get a random applause. Obviously, there's no other way of putting it. But yeah, this is what pisses me off. Games like fucking Ratchet and Clank. Games like fucking Jack and Dexter. Games like fucking Sly Cooper. Even Ape Escape, which is to some extent retrobait, but is actually more unique due to the way it tells its fucking story and due to the way the gameplay actually functions. You don't see unique shit like that anymore. You know what I also really actually miss? Just straight up, straightforward 3D fucking platformers like Astrobot. And Astrobot is a fucking brilliant game. It uses all of the mechanics of the PS5. It has a very linear structure. It is not too open. The variety of the levels is fucking amazing in this franchise. Like, all of the Astrobot games are good. And I've been an Astrobot fan since day one, since fucking Playroom days. And I bought the VR game back when it first released because I had a VR, unlike now. I don't have one anymore, unfortunately. And, what the fuck can I say? I think Astrobot is fucking great, man. Astrobot is so great. Astrobot is just a prime example of this shit can just work. It can work only if people are behind it. If fucking companies would be behind it. I mean, fucking Nintendo can't even do it properly. What the hell is going on? People be always praising Nintendo, although I haven't fucking played a single game by them in years that is anything like I actually want it to be. The last few fucking Zelda games I couldn't give a fucking shit about. I'm a huge Zelda fan. I'm a big fucking fan of Twilight Princess, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, A Link Between Worlds, A Link to the Past. All of these fucking games. Fucking Awakening, DX. Fucking okay, no, Wind Waker sucks. I don't like Wind Waker. But all the other games, I love them. Skyward Sword, amazing. I bought the remaster when it came out because I wanted to play it without the Wii motion, and I loved it. It was cool. But what the fuck, Nintendo? Why is every other game you make nowadays, the new Metroid game that I was so excited for, is going to be open world? Oh, for fuck's sake, Nintendo. I don't want another fucking open world Metroid game. I just want a fucking Metroid game for once. Metroid Dread was a fucking awesome game because it wasn't even developed by you guys. You fucking outsourced it to a Spanish development studio that does way better games to begin with, that actually have a lot of creativity in them. Fucking Castlevania Lords of Shadows 1 and 2, yeah, and 2, they're both fucking amazing games. And I say a lot of fucking right now. It's kind of pissing me off, I know. But these two fucking games were so amazing. I loved Lords of Shadows. I loved the creativity this franchise had. It brought so much new life. It brought so much new life in Castlevania. And I think they even made the Nintendo 3DS one. I'm not quite sure if they developed it, but if they did, then wow. That game was also really damn good. The 3DS one was kind of a mix between God of War and classic Castlevania, and I loved it. This was one of the games I bought day one on the 3DS back in the day. By the way, the 3DS, probably the last great Nintendo fucking platform to ever come out of Nintendo. If you don't count the Wii U. But I loved the 3DS. The 3DS was so amazing. I'm still buying 3DS games to this day that I have never tried out before. And there were so many cool games on the 3DS. Not to mention all of these cool remasters Nintendo made on it. And they were actually good. Star Fox 64, yes, holy hell, that was fucking nice. Like, whoa, guys, I cannot stress it up. No Star Fox game on the Nintendo Switch 2. No new F-Zero game on the Nintendo Switch 2. No, when was the last time we saw a genuinely good fucking Wario game that is not Wario Shake It or something like that? Wario Shake It is good. I'm not gonna trash on it. I play it a bit and I think it's really fun. But I want my fucking Wario action games again. The Wario Land franchise is one of the absolute best ones ever. And I love Wario Land. It is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I'd even say probably one of the best 2D franchises that I've ever played. And I miss it. I know there are some alternatives nowadays. Like people keep saying, yeah, try out Pizza Tower or whatever that one game is with the fucking yellow, not yellow, violet bearded guy by Snap Eagle or whatever the fuck. I don't know. These two games, I have already checked them out, but they're not what I wanted to be. These two games are once again just retrobait, but in the wrong way, because they are not even anything like Wario Land. Every time I see both of these games, I think to myself, what is it that people see in these games that makes them remember the Wario Land? The art style. That is the only thing I can probably see. But the gameplay does not remind me at all of Wario Land. All it is Wario Land 4 had this fucking thing whenever you come to the end of the level, there's like a timer that starts and you're supposed to run away at the very end of the level. And the same thing had Wario Shake It on the Wii. Both of these games had that. And Pizza Tower and that other game, both of these games are just that. It's the fucking runaway part from fucking Wario Land 4 and Wario Shake It. I've checked out a lot of gameplay of it, and never ever does it ever seem like it has the puzzle heavy elements of a Wario Land. The thing I love so much about Wario Land games for me is just the precise platforming that it has, the more slow based shit that the game has, the fucking generally the puzzle solving that the games have. They're very puzzle heavy games, and that's what I love so much about Wario Land. And I'm one of the guys who has to say Wario Land 3, it's a really damn good game. I don't know why so many people hate on it. I love the puzzle heavy elements on it. I love the more Metroidvania-ish aspect of it. It made the game so unique for me. And Wario Land 4, I know it stripped it away from that, but I think Wario Land 4 is absolute peak. That game was so good. The running away aspect actually really made the game more fun, I agree. Um, but that's not the main reason why I like the game. I fucking like the game because of the puzzle aspect. That's why I always like the Wario games. I don't know why the fucking Pizza Tower constantly is being sold on to me as the next best Wario title. It's not. It's not, guys. It's just a Sonic game. Essentially, whenever I see this game and look at it, I just see a Sonic game in it. Okay? That's what I see. Whatever. Um, what else does Nintendo never do? Man, remember when they had a lot of franchises like Chibi Robo? Remember when Eternal Darkness was one of the things they had? Geist, another franchise that they owned but never really made anything with. Nintendo is so fucking lazy. They always do the same shit. And then you have fucking Kirby Air Ride coming out, and I think to myself, oh, that's actually kind of cool. But why the fuck is the price like that? It's a fucking remaster. The problem is that the actual Kirby Air Ride on GameCube is one of the most sought after games ever. It is really fucking expensive, and nobody can fucking buy the game. What does Nintendo do instead? Yeah, we're gonna remaster it, but $60 or $90 even. I'm not sure how much these fucking Switch 2 games cost, but they're otherworldly expensive. And I just fucking when I saw Kirby Air Ride, I was excited, but then I thought to myself, oh no, I forgot this is a modern day Nintendo remaster. I remember what I paid for Skyward Sword, and nah, hell nah. There's no fuck. I mean, I don't even have a Switch 2, so I'm not gonna buy this game anyway because I don't want to support the practices of Nintendo. I hate this company. I've got to flat out say it. I've hated this company for a really long time now, and with the shit that they've been doing as of lately, I just don't care about them anymore. They've really fucked it up. The company was fucked to the grounds. Miyamoto ain't doing shit. I know he's not really even really part of the company anymore, technically, because he's kind of just laying back. There's other people rowing the boat, but whatever. Jesus Christ. Fuck Doug Bowser. He's a fucking piece of shit. I hate him. Anyways, I got a message on my phone. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Fucking hell. expensive shit. And this is one problem that Nintendo always had. And it's not just Nintendo itself, but it's a third-party problem too. Because whenever I look up, for instance, okay, that's more of a horror game issue. I noticed that horror games always have an issue with wait, my brother is messaging me. It's gonna distract me a bit. Um, okay. Um, I noticed that's a horror game problem in general. Funny enough, because I'm mentioning it. You know how horror games always have this issue when they become sought after, popular, anything like that. People are gonna fucking go ape shit on eBay and stuff like that and try to buy it left and right. Yes, that is a big problem with horror games. And you know what fucking game it also affected? Piglet's Big Adventure on the GameCube. You have to be shitting me. Just because it has horror elements, it's baby's first horror, doesn't mean that the game should have the fucking expensive price of a fucking Silent Hill 2. In fact, it costs way more than Silent Hill 2 because I can buy that game for $50. Uh, fucking hell, it's so ridiculous to me. Why the fuck is Piglet's Great Adventure $200? I have the game. I bought it actually recently, but I got it for fucking $40. I was lucky buying it for a very cheap price. It's crazy. It's crazy. I also bought another game, a horror game that is sought after, and on top of that, it's a Nintendo horror game, so it's even more sought after than many of the other games. And that game is called The Calling for the Wii, which is a very cool and underrated horror game that I've never tried it out, but I'm gonna try it out. That's why I bought the game, because I always wanted to try this fucking game out. Let's see for myself why people love it so much. But anyways, imagine you're trying to buy a Nintendo exclusive GameCube game, for instance, that is not horror based or whatever the fuck. Like, let's say you want to buy Twilight Princess GameCube edition. Well, have fucking luck, guys. Have fucking luck trying to get it. It's gonna cost you $100 or something. You know, Pokemon Colosseum, which I got from one of my friends, was already expensive. I can imagine he probably buckarooed out $100 for it. Like, there's no other thing I can imagine he did. Kirby Air Ride is hella expensive. I think this one also reaches the €100 mark. Paper fucking Mario, the Thousand Year Door on the GameCube was $200 for the longest of times. I believe since the remake, it has kind of gone down a bit, but it's still hella expensive, and I don't know why. And I fucking theorize that one of these days, Twilight Princess will actually get a remake, and it will be exclusively to the Nintendo Switch 2, and by then I would want to have a Nintendo Switch 2 all of a sudden, but I'm not gonna get it because I have principles, and I'm actually a man who stands behind my principles. If I fucking decide not to go to a McDonald's, not to support them, whatever the fuck, I don't do it. Which is something that I don't do. I do not support McDonald's. I do not support fucking SodaStream. I don't fucking support companies like Lidl. I don't go to fucking Lidl. I don't like shopping at Lidl. I used to, but once I found out that they support Israel and all of their money goes to the IDF, I was like, hell no. Ain't no way I'm gonna shop there. I don't even fucking shop like chocolate bars like Milka anymore because they're also supporting Israel. And with Nintendo, it's a similar thing. It's not really the Israel part. I don't know what Nintendo does with that. Probably also support that. I wouldn't be surprised. But with Nintendo, I have the problem that just a capitalistic shithole of a company that just keeps rubbing pockets, call them bloody wankers, and fucking say fuck off. You guys, we know you finance our project. You finance anyway. You're gonna pay us $90 for this new accessory that is gonna be needed for you to play online on the Nintendo Switch 2. And we're gonna release fucking FOMO product onto our fucking console that you can only buy digitally for a certain amount of time, and once it's not digitally anymore, you can only buy it physical, and that physical edition is gonna cost you $100 because it's gonna become a rarity. We're not gonna make a lot of fucking copies of it because we're Nintendo and we never make a lot of copies about anything. So fuck you guys. And whenever we release something that was on the Switch 1, we're gonna fucking charge you 20 additional bucks because that's just the way it works. You know, guys, we're not working for nothing. You know, we know you guys have been supporting us for ages, but you guys should pay us more. You know, that's the problem. That is the problem. That is the absolute problem. I think we guys are just not rich enough nowadays. Us common people who have an interest in playing video games that we love, that we grew up with, we are in trouble. We guys are just not rich enough for these type of games. We guys are just, I don't know. We're the problem. We're the problem, not Nintendo. We should start to earn more money. That is the problem. Why are we all so fucking poor and never earning money? Oh well, you know, better ask Papi Nintendo. He can tell me why. Papi Nintendo knows everything. Papi Nintendo is the only one who has wisdom on this earth. Like, let's face it. What wisdom are you getting off from Sony? What wisdom are you getting off from Sony other than relatively decent customer support? I'm saying relatively because Sony is also not the yellow from the egg, but they're still better than Nintendo. Way, way better. And before some stupid gay guy from Germany comes up to me and fucking says, nah, you're both game, you're both hell nah, fucking hell. With Sony, at least I get some good fucking customer support. I feel like I'm not being completely fucking robbed of my money. I feel like with Sony, I can fucking upgrade my games to a modern version without paying too much or even paying anything at all. It's like, fucking hell. You guys have to be shitting me. Comparing Nintendo to Sony is like comparing PS to apples, because that is absolutely not the case here. Sony is a way better company. Heck, even a company that I absolutely hate like Steam is 1,000 times better. And you're gonna say, why do you hate Steam? They're the only one who actually is kind of anti-capitalist. In a way, yeah. But I think Steam just, the problem with Steam is they brought so much cancer to the game industry that I just can't help it but kind of hate them for that reason. Like, they really brought a lot of cancer. A lot of problems that we have nowadays with console gaming were brought over to us by Papi Gabe Newell. It's his fucking fault. The fucking online only, forcing online only onto us, forcing the fucking digital games on us. All thanks to Steam. Thank you, Steam. You're the fucking reason why physical copies are going down the drain. You fucking influenced other companies with this bullshit, and now Sony and fucking Xbox and fucking especially Nintendo want to do the same shit. At least Sony offers still physical copies for now. I know one day they will probably say, hell nah, I ain't gonna do that. But for now they do. For now we're still lucky. So with Sony we're still lucky. Even with Microsoft we're relatively lucky still. But Microsoft, I will never forget what they did on PC back in the day with fucking games for Windows Live. This was one of the big fucking bullshits that they had on their dick. And yeah, I can shoot on any company, guys. You know, but I'll say this, honest to God, I just wish we had Sega back. I don't understand, and I will never understand, how the Dreamcast flopped so hard. Okay, I know that the price was one of the factors. People said it was a way too expensive console. But everything else about the Dreamcast, holy shit, it didn't lack on features, it didn't lack on games, it didn't lack on modernity, it had everything. It was the most modern fucking system of all time. During the 90s, at least. It was so fucking modern that during this time, I would even say that the Dreamcast was way more advanced than the PC gaming. Like, holy shit. The graphics on the Dreamcast are so good. They hold up so well. HDMI you can even implement into these fucking games. It's crazy what you can do with a fucking Dreamcast. There's an online store. You can go online. You can fucking get emulators on it. Everything. The Dreamcast is so highly advanced. You can do whatever the fuck with it. It's such a great console. Like, holy shit. And nobody liked it. Also, the collection of games. There's Dreamcast. There's so many fucking games. It's unbelievable. And I'm not even kidding. The Dreamcast was insane with its games. All of the crazy shit they had on there. Fucking, I don't know. Where can I start to say? Shenmue 1, Shenmue 2, Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Neo Geo. Wait, was that a game or whatever? Space Station, Ooh La La, Crazy Taxi, fucking, what's that horror game? Ill Bleed, Was Career on it or was it a Saturn game? It was a Saturn game, I think. What is another Sega Dreamcast game? Soul Calibur was on it. I think it was only on it, or was it? Yeah, I think it was. I'm not sure. You had fucking Jet Set Radio. You had fucking Nights into Dreams. You had D2. You had always the best versions of every third-party game ever. You had fucking Phantasy Star Online. You had Gunbird. You had fucking what else did you have? Yeah, you had fucking Arrow Wings. You had Battle Beastar. You had fucking Blue Stinger, which was a cool ass game. You had Bomberman Online. Online. The fucking game was called Online even. Um, Daytona USA. Eldorado Gates. What else? I'm kind of thinking right now because I remember a lot of Dreamcast games that I played at my friend's place back in the day. I was the only guy I knew who had a Dreamcast. I think there was Skies of Arcadia, and I believe Power Stone also originally started on the Dreamcast. You have House of the Dead. What else do you have? Did I say Sonic Adventure 1 and 2? Whatever, I think I did. You had Resident Evil Code Veronica. You had the better versions of every Resident Evil game. You had fucking... Was Galarians on it? I don't know. You even had, I believe, a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure game that was not on the other platforms. Mortal Kombat Gold, the best version of the fucking Mortal Kombat 4 game. You had the... Anything else? You know what? Let's leave it at that. I think I named a lot of fucking Sega Dreamcast games, and I think I've kind of proved my point right now. Sega Dreamcast was amazing. I don't care what people are saying. I think the Sega Dreamcast was just the absolute best fucking console of all time. And it's a darn shame Sega is not there anymore because they deserve to come back. Oh, damn. Okay. 3 million damage. Jesus Christ. 3 million damage with Astral Kugels. What is better, to do it in the hardest mode or in the easiest mode? I don't know actually. Fuck it. Let's try it here. Arcane Splinters I'm gonna do again. Okay. Damn, I went into a big fucking tantrum. Holy shit. But I feel like those are some of the best streams, honestly, where I go on a big tantrum because it's at least interesting to rewatch. Unlike some other streams where I'm just kind of sitting around and saying nothing for a long ass time. Those streams also happen a lot. I don't know why. I guess sometimes I'm just really not in the mood to talk. And then I think to myself, why did I even start off streaming? Whatever. Whatever. To go a bit on a positive note, I've been playing this fucking game on my mobile phone since yesterday. It is called... Where is it? Where the fuck is this game? Umamusen. Umamusumen. Umamu... Umamusume. 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 Yeah, and I like it. I think it's fun. Fuck you now. I had a hard time saying this fucking name right now. Umamusume. 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 I'm gonna actually delete my co-pilot now. To što čuješ nije šapat vjetra, to moja duša za tobom žali. I ovaj tužni glas i okucaj srca, ali što smo bez tebe ostali. I ovaj tužni glas i okucaj srca, žalim što smo bez tebe ostali. Jer kad si ti prošla kraj mene, duša mi postako teška, imala si mnogo projačaja, a veza sa njim najveća ti greška. Jer kad si s njim prošla kraj mene, duša mi posta kolovo teška, imala si mnogo promašaja, a veza sa njim najveća ti greška. Yeah, this 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 You know what's funny? I've been complaining about this fucking fact that the retail price, not the retail, or is it the retail? Whatever. The second-hand price of games is fucking ridiculous. And it is ridiculous. I ain't gonna defend anything with it, but holy fucking shit. I'm still buying a lot of GameCube games though, because I just really love that platform. I have to say I've been really missing out back on the day, not playing on the GameCube, because it is I would not say it's better than the PS2, because I do think the PS2 has a much richer and more vast library, but the GameCube has a very underrated, smaller scaled library of games. And I love getting games for it because I think the GameCube as a whole is pretty darn cool. Like, I have nothing bad to say about the GameCube in terms of its games library. There's nothing that I have on it that I think is personally bullshit. I have a lot of really fucking good games on my GameCube. I'm happy about it, and I think the GameCube is underrated, and many people should actually get onto it. Same with the Wii. Wii is another thing that I vastly missed out on back in the day. I actually really missed out on the Wii back in the day. I was actually not into it though. That is the problem. I thought the Wii was, at least back when it released, I thought it looked bullshit. Yeah, even as a kid, I had opinions like that. I was mostly playing PC and PlayStation during that time. Like, I did not have my PS3 yet, but I was about to get it. I had a PSP and a PC back in the day. And as I say a million times, and I have said a million times before, I have never owned a PlayStation 2. That thing came way later. But when I had my PlayStation 3, I would replay a lot of PS2 games on it. Because the PlayStation 3 back in the day had backwards compatibility with the PS2. And that was some really cool ass shit. I was able to play a lot of games that I missed out on. What comes to mind, Shadow the Hedgehog. What comes to mind, all of the classic Ratchet and Clank titles. In fact, I remember the day my grandpa was in the hospital, and we were visiting him. And he was just like there, laying around, saying, "Hey, how you doing, my boy?" And just talking, like, "Yeah, grandpa, like you good? Are you gonna be better?" Like, "Yeah, sure. Well, you know what, boy? Here, take this money. I'll gift it to you. buy with it whatever you want. And I was like in the hospital. Like now in hindsight, I'm thinking to myself, why was Grandpa giving me that money? He probably needed it more himself. Like, because I didn't actually knew how hard it was to be a retired person. Yeah, my grandpa was like actually giving me the money, and I remember very damn well that in the shop Müller that was recently opened up during that time. It was a very new shop. They had the Ratchet and Clank collection. It was a big box with all three games in there, and I wanted to have it. So I went into the store and actually bought it. This was the first ever game I bought with my own money that I got. Like, well, own money, whatever. You get the point. And this was one of the games that I played on the PS3 back in the day. It was one that I kind of catched up on. Although technically it's not the first Ratchet and Clanks because my first Ratchet and Clank was Gladiator. That is the one that was bought to me by, I believe, my brother. I think he bought it for me. Yeah, that was the thing. That was the first game we bought in Müller. But yeah, never forget this about my grandpa that he was just randomly giving me the money and I bought Ratchet and Clank. Thanks to him, I became a massive fan of the franchise. Funny enough, in that collection, and I don't know why the fuck that was the case, but there's a very familiar story that I have to tell. But first off, Ratchet and Clank 1 worked perfectly, played it all the way through, beaten it. Ratchet and Clank 2, I start up the game, and it would work, but during a specific fucking point in the game, it just stopped working. Whenever you get to that fucking city level where Ratchet was living, I actually keep forgetting what the name was, but Ratchet is living in that city, had like his fucking like fucking Playboy mansion there, whatever, with Clank, and yeah, once you were there, the game would constantly crash after the puzzle where you have to use the crane in this one fucking room where the bombs were placed in. That was like, what the hell? Why are you crashing, game? I was never able to go past this moment of the game. And the only fucking time I ever got to really play Ratchet and Clank 2 was when the HD remasters came out for the PlayStation 3, and I bought those. Um, Funny enough, this is how I also used to experience Sly Cooper for the remaster box. I always have some interesting stories on how I got to experience certain franchises. It's like I always remember it very damn well how I got to play some of them. But whatever. Um, Nowadays there's not really. That's another thing that's missing. Nowadays you don't really have an interesting story as to how you got to play this and that franchise. Because nowadays you just look it up on the internet and you have interest in it and you buy it. That's kind of how it goes. But with Ratchet and Clank, I have a story with like Cooper, with Jack and Dexter, with Crash Bandicoot, with Spyro, all of these fucking characters. With Resistance, with fucking Killzone, all of these franchises. Um, to go back to basics, so yeah, Ratchet and Clank 2 never worked, but then I played Ratchet and Clank 3 and I loved it. I loved it a lot. I thought, holy shit, this is one of the best. Uh, Not as good as Gladiator, even back then I had the opinion, but really damn fuck, it was the best out of the three that I played on this collection. And I love Ratchet and Clank 3 a lot, and I was really excited for Tools of Destruction, which is the one title that my dad bought me on release. My father was very supportive of my passion for gaming back in the day. I mean, nowadays, not so much. Nowadays, he kind of doesn't care about it. I think he even thinks that it's kind of pointless, that I should grow out of it. That's at least what I think he's thinking, but whatever. Um, uh, but back then, he was so supportive of it. He was like constantly buying me something. Back on the PS1, he bought me games for it. When I was on the hunt for Donkey Kong 64 and Banjo 2, he helped me out greatly on it. We went on eBay together. We actually went on fucking long ass car drives with him to like different cities in Austria, check out if they have that game somewhere. We were never able to find it, but whatever. Um, Back then, when the PS3 released and the PSP, my dad was very supportive of me in trying to buy games for me because he was like, yeah, know, your brother may have all of these games, but you should have some yourself too, so you can actually play around a bit. And I did, and I thought that was really cool of my dad, that he was so supportive of it, unlike my mother, who was never supportive of it. She always thought it was bullshit. She would never, in fact, she would never buy me and my brother anything. She just refused to do it. She was always saving up the money for things that never even happened. And it's like, okay, mom, I get it. You think it's pointless, but can you just be a little bit? I'm not asking for much. Like I was at least with the family was the one who never asked for anything. I just got it. Like I remember back then, my father just bought the Ratchet and Clank because he wanted to buy me something. I didn't ask him to give me Tools of Destruction. He just bought it for me. And he knew that I was a massive Sonic fan. One day he gifted me Shadow the Hedgehog. That's just the way it goes, and I was very happy about it because Shadow the Hedgehog was kind of, he was not necessarily foreign grounds to me. I knew him from Sonic X cartoon show, and I thought he was cool. So my dad must have noticed that, and he must have given me that. But my mom, never. She was never like, every time we would go to a Billa. Back then, Billa had PS1 games for some reason, PC games. My mom didn't want to buy us anything. I remember saying, "Oh, this looks cool." It was one of the rare moments where I did ask my mom if I can have Crash Bash, for instance. She said no. She just said no. I was like, "Oh wow, you know, I never asked for anything, and you just don't want to give it to me." Uh, then you have my dad. Sometimes after a fucking a doctor's appointment, specifically after a teeth doctor appointment, a dentist, my dad would be like, "Okay, we're gonna go to Villa now, and you're gonna decide what game you want to have for the PlayStation 1." And I did that, and we did this approximately 3 times. I can only remember 3 times that this happened. I bought SpongeBob Super Sponge, and the other time, I mean, my dad bought me SpongeBob Super Sponge, and the other time he bought me Asterix and Obelix for the PS1. The third time I don't remember, but there was a third game that he bought me. And I thought it was so cool. It was so cool. Anyways, to get back on topic, Ratchet and Clank 2 never worked, and I got to play it later. But there was a very similar story with my other grandpa, the one who lives in Bosnia, which is quite funny. So, my grandpa from Bosnia one day said, "Oh, you know, they opened up this new electronic gaming store in Sana, in the city that we live in." And we were like going there. My grandpa was like, "Okay, man, you're gonna decide on what game you're gonna buy, and I'm gonna buy it for you. I'm gonna gift it to you." I thought it was so cool that my grandpa just randomly gives me something. And that would often happen. He would sometimes gift me Game Boy games that he would buy on like flea markets. But yeah, whatever. My grandpa goes with me to the store, and I saw Crash Bandicoot. It was actually like a bootleg disc. I think I've told the story before, where it was called Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, 3. That's literally what the cover said, and it was a alternative cover of the first game's cover. It was a picture that, if I think back of it now, I'm like wondering where the hell did they get that picture from? This was not something that was very well known, that picture. I found out later they probably ripped it from a magazine. That's the only thing I can imagine it was like. But yeah, whatever. I did actually later found out that those games that had like all three games in them or whatever the fuck, those were bootleg games from Russia. But whatever. I had the game, my grandpa bought it for me, and I played it back in Austria when we went back because we had our PS1 there, which is not a funny story, but I'll get to it. Um, so yeah, I played Crash Bandicoot 1. I loved it. I played it all the way through. I've beaten it back in the day. I don't know how. I know more often kids are kind of like misremembering things and thinking to themselves, "Yeah, I was really good at this game." I don't think I was good at this game. It's hard for me to imagine it, but I know that I've for 100% beaten this fucking game back in the day. I know I have because I've seen the Cortex boss battle during that time. Or at least I reached the boss battle. Maybe that's the thing that happened. Whatever. Um, and then when I reached Crash 2, of all things, The game did work, and I did get really far into the game. But whatever. Okay, I played Crash 3, and Crash 3 works all the time, and I had a lot of fun with that game, and I kept replaying it. Okay, back on to Crash 2. So, I tried to continue a bit of Crash 2 and play a bit more of it back then. And then all of a sudden, the colors were missing in the game. It was all black and white all of a sudden. I was like, what the hell? Why is that happening? Is the TV broken? No, it was just something that happened with the game, and I don't know why. It's so strange. But then when I played it around for the third time, I booted up for the third time, the game just didn't want to start up. Nothing. It just did not even begin to work. Nothing happened with it. It decided, you know what? We're just not gonna work anymore. And that game, this is the same fucking thing with Ratchet and Clank 2. I only ever got to play Crash 2 fully completely once I got the PS3 and I saw that they re-released the game on there, and that's when I got to play Crash 2. Beforehand, I would always I don't know, start it out and get to a specific point and then boom, nothing. Which is funny. I feel like most of the franchises, the sequels are the ones that I've never really experienced as much as the first games. I could say the same thing for Jak and Daxter. I remember very much, very much. Jak and Daxter 1. I played it because one of my neighbors had it, and I would play it a lot at his place, and he would borrow it from me, and I would actually 100% the game on the PS3 back in the day. I was like, that was so cool. What are the other games in the franchise like? And then he gifted me Daxter, because he was like, yeah, I don't like the game much anyway, you can have it. So I played Daxter, and I loved the living hell out of it. It was like my favorite PSP game back in the day. And then I thought, man, I wonder what the other titles are like. And conveniently, two of my cousins, they had an old PS2 lying around that they sometimes play with because they didn't have a PS3 back in the day. So, and they had Jak 2 on it. I was like, oh, yeah, no, not Jak 2, Jak 3 on it. And I played a bit of Jak 3. I didn't actually play too much of it. I only ever got to the desert parts. And I thought to myself, this game is really cool. I would like to play it one day. And I did play it once the HD remasters came out. That's when I got to play all of the games again. And funny enough, Jak 2 was completely new ground to me. I was like, Jak 2? Why is this game so bloody different compared to 1 and 3, which were relatively consistent in tone? I mean, as consistent as it can be. But then you play Jak 2 and you think to yourself, what the fuck is that? I liked it as a kid. I thought it was cool. I thought it was difficult as well. But when I replayed it later on, like a little while later, I thought to myself, this is actually not that difficult, if I'm honest. I feel like people are vastly exaggerating. There's some missions which are bullshit for sure, and the checkpoints are kind of badly placed. I agree with that, but for the most part, I think Jak 2 isn't that hard. There is a specific point within the game where just the game starts to become gradually easier and easier and easier. And I think, I don't know, I like once I actually fully experienced Jak 2, it kind of developed into becoming my favorite in a way because there's something about that game I love so much. And it's hard for me to explain why. This is one of those games where I have a hard time explaining what exactly captivates it for me. Like, what is so captivating. Um, but to say this, usually I'm not the guy who even prefers the sequels. I'm not the biggest fan of. Well, no, I'm not gonna say this. Crash 2 is amazing. Crash 2 is absolute peak gaming. But I always preferred Crash 3, and to this day I still think Crash 3 is the better title. I'm a guy who loves variety, and Crash 3 offers me a lot of variety, but in the best way, not in a bad way, like Wrath of Cortex, for instance. Um, Crash 2, however, I really loved. I respected the game and I loved it. But it is kind of weird that I prefer Crash 1, even Crash 1 over that game. Crash 1 has a very different reason though, because you guys know me that I'm kind of a type of guy who really loves atmosphere, who's really invested into atmosphere. There's some people who are invested into story, some people are invested into gameplay, but I'm the type of guy
who where the mood of a game, the graphic style, the lighting, the ambiance, the atmosphere, the soundtrack collides with the rest of it. That shit is important to me. And I remember probably Crash 1 could be considered the first atmospheric game. Either that or Rayman 2, maybe even Asuka and the Dragon Slayer. I don't remember which one was the first of these three I played. Um, but the atmosphere really did it for me. Banjo Kazooie definitely too. I think that game is highly atmospherical if you replay it nowadays. It has a weird mood to it. Um, but Crash 1, I loved it so much for its atmosphere. And I feel like Crash 2 did not have the same atmosphere as Crash 1. And therefore, I thought to myself, yeah, cool game and all. But I kind of like Crash 1 more. The atmosphere really does it for me. And even to this day, whenever I replay Crash 1, I just feel like it's always a special feeling playing this game. Not necessarily not necessarily the Insane Trilogy, but the original Crash 1. The one that really still captures the mood and everything. And the soundtrack. I feel like the soundtrack was a bit bastardized in the Insane Trilogy. It was robbed of its moody, gritty little atmosphere that it had. Because original Crash 1's soundtrack, I loved it a lot. And the same I can say for Jack and Dexter 1's soundtrack. I love that one a lot too because it's very atmospherical. But I think the game that may have really advanced my love for atmosphere may have just been Shadow of the Colossus. Because I remember when I played Shadow of the Colossus for the first time, it felt kind of frightening to me. You were thrown into this open world. You were all by yourself with your horse. There's mystery. This girl you're carrying around. What are you doing with her? And then there it is. This gigantic colossi coming around you, trying to attack you. And you have to be okay. They're actually not trying to attack you per se. Some of them are not hostile until you attack them. But whatever, they're there, and your objective is to destroy them. But why are you destroying them? And what is the whole connection and everything? And why is this world so empty and weird and desolate? And this game really did it for me. And then you have the soundtrack. When it's quiet, it's beautiful. When there's a colossi you're trying to destroy, it becomes all epic, and it feels like the whole fucking world is surrounding you, and at this very moment it's just you and this big creature, and there's nothing else between you, and it's so bloody amazing. And holy shit, this is a game that to this day still gives me a lot of anxiety in some way or another. And a lot of anxiety, I mean, for instance, whenever there is one, oh damn, just thinking about it gives me the goosebumps. Whenever there's one of the colossi that's underwater, I always hated these fuckers who were underwater because they creeped me the fuck up. And the water was always so deep in this game, and I do kind of suffer from like what's it called, subnautophobia, whatever, or hydrophobia. Uh, what's the name of it? I think it's called thalassophobia. I have thalassophobia, really bad case of thalassophobia. Whenever there's a video game where you're forced to go underwater, I always absolutely hated it and did not really love it. Like fucking, I remember Clanker's Bad Cavern in Banjo-Kazooie always fucked me up back as a kid. Same with Mario 64's pirate level, you could call it, because it's a shipwreck level. That level also always freaked me the fuck out, and the one with the submarine too. I always hated these two fucking levels. I never liked playing them as a kid. Nowadays I can't play them. They still give me the goosebumps though, especially the Mario 64 one because the atmosphere is fucking weird in that level. Uh, I don't know. I have a thalassophobia, and Shadow of the Colossus, no matter when I play it, even nowadays, I guarantee you, if I was to replay it, it would trigger my thalassophobia if I went to that fucking underwater colossi. I hate him so fucking much. I hate always fighting him. There's two of them that are near the water, near very deep water, that you can fall into, and fucking damn it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Fuck. Just thinking about it really fucks me up, man. Nah. This is one of the reasons why I don't even replay Shadow of the Colossus too much. It's because of these two boss battles. I like all the other boss battles. I think they're cool and fun and creative. The final boss is kind of bullshit, though, I have to say, because I tried the speedrun mode him and he was fucking stupid to do. But whatever. I really have to get the platinum in that game. I think to myself, why have I never done it? This is one of my favorite games of all time. I should do it. Fucking hell. Thalassophobia, man. I hate thalassophobia. I also have another fear, and it also triggers in games sometimes. It's the fear of falling high. Because I actually really hate hay, but I guess in games I can kind of get behind with it, unlike with the fucking underwater shit, which actually gets into me. And to give you another thing, I also have arachnophobia. I don't like spiders all that much. Like, I don't like seeing them up close. I don't mind seeing them on my TV screen or on a game or something like that. It's not like I need the fucking no spider mode in a video game. Like some modern games have. They have like an accessibility mode where they remove all spiders from a game. I don't mind that. I don't mind seeing spiders in this form. Like in fact, I have a mutual, not mutual. I have a huge respect for spiders. I think they're cool. I think they have their reasons to exist. They're definitely a creature that I don't see as pointless on Earth. Unlike mosquitoes, unlike fucking hornets. Although hornets technically aren't useless either because they do fucking what's it called? They do flower the flowers, say it like that. Just like bees do. I don't know if they produce honey though. I don't think they do though. I think that is the one thing that it very differentiates the two species. Um, whatever, man, whatever. I don't know what I was on about like, actually. Yeah, arachnophobia. In fact, I'm not the biggest fan of insects to begin with. And I know arachnoids are not insects, but whatever. I'm generally not the biggest fan of insects, but it's not like that I would actually scream out my lungs if I see them. Maybe with a spider, yeah, but not so much with like I don't know, let's say a praying mantis. I really like praying mantises. I think they're cool, and I especially love beetles. They're like the coolest insects on earth. Like holy hell, a Hercules beetle. Like, can you get more epic than a Hercules beetle? Probably not. Can you think of any creature that is cooler than a Hercules beetle? I'm waiting. You can't. I know. Um, I like. I said I do kind of like spiders. It's not like I want to see them all the time. It's not like I want to be close to them. That is something that is a no go for me. Uh, what else? I guess the only one that I would kind of accept are these very thin ones, and at the same time, maybe a jumping spider. I think these ones are not that hard for me to interact with. At least I like to think so, and I like to think that I could probably interact with a tarantula one day. They're not even real spiders, actually. They're kind of their own little thing. That is the thing. I know a lot about spiders. I kind of do inform myself about them. I don't even know why. I feel like I have a strange fascination with them. Let's say that. Um, what I would definitely never touch though ever in my life is a scorpion. I don't want to be stung by a scorpion. Hell nah. Ain't no way that's gonna happen. Uh, Crabs I don't care about. I've already interacted with them a bunch of times when I go to the sea. They're quite cool and funny. I like crabs. They're kind of goofy as they be goofy like that, you know. They be the goofy type of arachnoids. I mean, are they arachnoids? Some say they're kind of their own thing too, but I do hear from some people that they're arachnoids, kind of like scorpions and spiders. I don't know. Maybe they're not, but I do hear the times that they are. So how? What the hell do I know? Opas no te voli, voli mi lako. Vieruj da je tako. Whatever. Um, yeah, man, spiders, whatever. We went from spiders to Shadow of the Colossus to spiders. Anyways, yeah, Shadow of the Colossus, great ass game. It triggers a phobia in me, but whatever. What can you do? Um, I don't know what was I on about. I was on about atmosphere, and I think Shadow of the Colossus has great atmosphere. What is another game that has great atmosphere? It is one that is so damn forgotten. Like, it's crazy to me. You would think some random ass YouTuber would have done a why this and that game is so genius, why this game is an underrated gem nowadays. Rain on the PlayStation 3. This was a Sony exclusive title developed by Japan Studios and Acquire, which is a very not a very unknown developer. It is kind of a survival horror title, adventure game where you're like running around in the rain and you are invisible unless you walk on the rain. And I think it's a very interesting and cool game. I never understood why nobody talks about it. Even back then when it released, it wasn't really widely recognized by people because I can't recall people ever really praising the game back then when it released. And I'm one who bought it. I didn't buy it day one, but I did buy it a little bit later, and I loved the game. I thought the atmosphere in it was so nice. The rain the entire time, the big city atmosphere, the soundtrack having this kind of Pariser folk music in there, like with the accordion being very Paris style. Um, and then when you think of it again, there was this other Sony exclusive title, but it was on the PS4 this time. That one, I believe, was developed by Santa Monica Studios, if I'm correct. And it's also set in a city, and it's first person, but you're kind of being haunted. What is that game, though? What the fuck was that game? Sony Santa Monica PS4 games. Yeah, that's the funny part. Santa Monica used to be like big into co-developing games. I don't know why they don't do it anymore. So, their own games are all God of War Connecticut. But there's a lot of games they co-developed. So let me check. Wait, they co-developed Neopets? Okay, whatever. They co-developed the Twisted Metal games? Okay, well I guess we have a potential developer. Okay. Wait, we wouldn't be surprised if they also co-developed Rain. They didn't though, okay. Fuck is God of War Saga? The last co-developed game by them is Bound, which was in 2016. What the fuck was that PlayStation 4? I have the game, I just don't remember the name. Digital only. Bruh. I'm not gonna rest till I know what the fuck this game was. Come, I can't find it. Sony exclusive horror game PS4. Fuck, man, I can't find it. It is a largely forgotten. Largely, oh, I do say things Irish, whatever. It is a largely forgotten. The fuck is that in Nightmare? This looks interesting. I want to save that. Um, never seen this game. What the fuck? Okay. Whatever. Nightfall is on disc. Okay, whatever. I'm getting distracted over here. What the fuck was that game? Wait. PS4 game set in a city. Sinking City. No, that's not the one I'm talking about. Although I should probably get on to play this game. Digital only. Digital only. I think the game had VR support if I remember correctly. It was one of the earliest PS4 titles. Wait. Early PS4 titles. How can I look up a game that has been such a long time since I last played it? I know I have it though, that is the problem. Unbound. Wait, let's try Unbound PS4. Fuck. Wait, did Japan Studios maybe co-develop it? That could be the case. If not, then it must be one of the many SCE, Cambridge, London, whatever type of studios that Sony has. They have a million of these. Okay. So, let's see what the last fucking games were by them. The Tomorrow Children. Maybe that's the game, but I don't think it is. Shit, even they didn't do it. Wait, what is the Tomorrow Children? The fuck? Oh, that game. What, Japan Studios made it? That's odd. I don't remember anybody ever talking about this either. Very obscure game. Shit, guys, I don't think I will remember this game right now. I don't think I will remember it in any day, honestly. Unless I just look up my brother's PSN profile. That's the only way I can tell what the name of the game was. It doesn't leave. It doesn't. Oh, fucking hell. It leaves me no room right now to sleep. What the fuck was that game? I know that game also has a type of atmosphere in it that I really like. It is really odd. It's kind of like Rain in a way. That's why I always compare these two games to each other. Because I like them both. They're both kind of shaping the atmospheres I like in games, and they shape my taste in gaming. But yeah, all in all, what I want to say is I think atmosphere is why I sometimes prefer specific titles in a franchise. You could say Ratchet Gladiator, I love it because the gameplay is so fast paced and actiony, but you could also say I love it because it has one of the richest atmospheres in the franchise. It is a relatively bleak game if you look at some of the planets. They're kind of dark and gritty, and honestly, they're kind of grim dark, like Warhammer. Like the first fucking planet you go to is already fucking scary as fuck with all the zombie robots around. It's a huge junkyard with these giant fucking robot carcasses. Like how fucking fucked up is that? There's the one planet which is literally just a big poisoned ass planet. It's a factory planet that you're essentially. Wait, were you bombing it? You were doing something with a bomb in that level. Uh, what else? There was this other factory level. I think they were producing bombs or something. The entire game is so weird, but I love it for that. The atmosphere just really kills it in Gladiator. That's why Gladiator was always one of my favorite Ratchet and Clank games because of the atmosphere. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's like I feel like atmosphere is the most underrated thing anyway, because people always go for story, gameplay, nothing else. That's it. One of the two it is always. People never really think up in their mind, yeah, but what if there is more than those two? What if there is more opportunity? What if there's more things that somebody can like? What if the soundtrack is a major part for somebody? The atmosphere, the replayability of it, whatever the fuck. There's many reasons why somebody may like a game. I think Halls of Torment is cool because I like the soundtrack, I like the atmosphere, the art style is really nice. I like the replayability of this game, and the gameplay itself is just highly addictive. You know, there's multiple factors why I like this game. It's not just black and white. It's like saying, yeah, I like Devil May Cry because of the gameplay, and that's the only reason why I like Devil May Cry. Yeah, but what if there's more to it than just that? What if there's like I don't know, a million different reasons why I like Devil May Cry? What if you're one of the few people who prefers Devil May Cry 2 because you think the atmosphere is really nice? And I can see why you would say that because I kind of agree. I wouldn't say I prefer Devil May Cry 2. I don't think it's really that good. This is one of the games where the gameplay itself really detaches my enjoyment from me in the game. And I honest to God don't care if Dante is more serious in that title or if he's more kind of quiet and if the game is in general more gritty. I think that's cool. I like that. But where I draw the line is just the gameplay. It's way too slow for a Devil May Cry game, and that's why my personal favorite was always Devil May Cry 4 because I like the atmosphere and the gameplay. There's a very fantasy atmosphere. The fantasy atmosphere I think is really rich in that title. But yeah, whatever. What can I say? Um, that's what I can say. What the fuck was that game, man? I'm gonna sleep till I know what the fuck the game was. Fuck, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna eat my chocolate since I've opened it up and I haven't really eaten much. Hmm. Hmm. Is this the game? The Town of Light? Is this the game? Nah, it's not. Fuck's sake. Wait, PS4 game? I think I have it. With what was it? With City and Glowing Girl. God, they're showing me Infamous. Oh my god. Glowing Girl. Horror. Horror first person. It's directing me to the fucking Town of Light, but this is not the game. You're gonna call me crazy for thinking that this game ever existed, but it did. 100% can guarantee you this game was real. This is so bullshit. Why can't I not find this? It's like, what the fuck? Every time there is a game, I remember, I can't find it. Mm. Is this the Sphere Hunter? Yes, it is. Whatever. That's not what I meant when I said glowing girl. Algorithm. Where I'm going to fucking shoot myself. Where is this game? Oh my god. Wait. First person adventure game PS4 City glowing girl. You have to be fucking shitting me. Still no results. Horizon Zero Dawn, it definitely ain't, you fucking idiot. Oh my god. This shit leaves me no room to breathe. It's like crazy. What in the fuck was that game? Wait. I'm gonna do something unorthodox. I'm gonna go on the PlayStation app. Go to my brother's account and fucking check out what the hell it was he was playing. Like I was playing on that account. Where can I look up my friends? For fuck's sake, man. Where is it? There. So, this is gonna be a hard time. I have to go really far down on this list. Okay, I think we're close. I think we're actually approaching the game. Yeah, this looks like the... Yeah? Okay, good. We're here at the very beginning. I know when I see the cover that I know that this is the game. So, where the fuck is it? Don't fucking cockbait me over here, you know, where you have it somewhere. It's not Bound, but I remember I played the other game right close to this one. Rhyme. Fuck. What on F, man? What on F? Gauntlet Journey, Dust, Tech Warrior. I'll scroll up. The Thief. Skyforge. Turbo Trackmania. Absolver. Parachuter Force. Sparkle. Cockbird. I mean Rocketbird, sorry. Bullshit Army Croc. Nah. You have to be here. You have to be here. I'm gonna look like a massive idiot if I don't find it now. What if they completely removed it from the PSN store? That could be always a possibility. That happens a lot. But I know for a fact I didn't play it all too long ago. You have to be here somewhere. Come on. I believe in the existence of this fucking game. There it is! Here they lie! And it is a Sony Santa Monica game. How the fuck did I not know? This was the game. Here they lie. This was that fucking game. This game was so weird, but atmospherical. But it was the game that I was looking for. Wait, does this have a platinum? I don't think it had one. Yeah. Who was the developer? Sony Santa Monica was the fucking dev team of it. I knew it. And stop bullshitting me. I know that you guys made this game. Yeah, okay. I can rest. They say no rest for the wicked, but I'm getting my rest now. I found out that the game is called Here They Lie. So this was the game that I played back in the day. It had a crazy atmosphere, I remember it. Something with animal heads. It did kind of remind me of the game Tokyo Jungle as well for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe just because of the animal heads. That's the only thing I can really imagine why. Oh, this is a really good damn fucking thing. Jesus Christ, guys! I'm kind of happy right now. I'm so happy that I found out what the game is. And that in fact is by Sony Santa Monica. I knew the fucker developed the games. But this is the problem with Sony. They can have a studio like Santa Monica, making a lot of war games, being really successful with it, getting a lot of money. And then at the same time, these guys can make a one-offshoot game here and there that nobody's gonna play. Just like how Japan studios did Rain. Japan studios had success with the Souls games that they co-developed. Had slight success with Knack, Slide 1. Had success with Gravity Rush. But anything else they would do was just niche title that nobody cared about. That is the problem. Sony needs to market these games more. Doesn't matter what type of games they fucking publish and make. Market that shit. I think that is the problem with Japan studios generally fell downhill. Because Sony didn't support them enough. Yeah. Can't believe Here They Lie is the name. And it's funny that most of these games that shaped my atmosphere were Sony PlayStation games. It's funny because some people say, "Oh yeah, there's Nintendo games that shaped my atmosphere." But I don't know. Nintendo games were always fun and all, and they could become creepy too as well. But I don't think that Nintendo games ever, unless you're talking obviously about N64 and Super Nintendo games. Other than that, anything after these two consoles didn't have as much atmosphere as other Nintendo things. I think Nintendo's atmosphere was always the craziest in the N64 Super Nintendo era. There was something eerie about the games. I can't think of much eerie on the GameCube. Even Twilight Princess isn't as eerie as, let's say, Shadow of the Colossus or, Here They Lie or fucking Rain. Yeah, I missed that Sony that was very experimental about it. So it had these cool ass titles. Like PS3, Sony was absolute peak in my opinion. PS3, PS2, Sony was also cool, but what I like specifically about PS3 and PS4 Sony is that the niche titles they make had a really artsy fartsy attitude to it, and I like that a lot. It's this pseudo intellectual stuffs that really gets to me. They started off doing this type of shit on the PS2, yeah, but it really went up with the PS3 and PS4 era. And only now with the PS5 they actually went strongly downhill with it. They ain't doing anything like it like they did on the PS3. But I'd argue and say the PS2 was not as experimental. Sony itself wasn't as experimental as they could have been. But the PlayStation 3 definitely was. So I don't care. So
Yeah, that was enough ranting and talking and speculating and analyzing or whatever the fuck. There's actually another round still. Yeah, there's definitely another knockout. I don't think my mom's finished till like 11:30. I don't know why she always finishes that early on. I wish she had a bit of a job that, actually makes her wake up in a normal fucking time. Like waking up at 4 o'clock to start working at 5 is stupid. I don't even know why she needs to clean the shop, the drugstore that early on, as if she can't clean it up later. I really hate my mom's bosses. I think they're absolute horrendous human pieces of shit. They have a drugstore. They're kind of millionaires at this point because the man constantly opens up new companies that have nothing to do with the things he's doing. And on top of that, for somebody who works at the drugstore and is highly educated and shit, he seems to be a massive idiot for being kind of like a conspiracy theorist by saying, yeah, you know, people should not take the vaccines and fucking shots because it's gonna mentally damage the brain, which is bullshit and has never been fucking proven by anybody. People love to say this type of shit because they want to sound all smart, but they're not smart. And my mom's boss is an absolute big example of it. He's a fucking idiot in my eyes, and I never liked him. And I wish my mom had a better boss. I mean, they're good to her. I mean, the man at least, not the woman. The woman is kind of bullshit, my mom says. But the man is at least good to her. But I have seen their house and all. You know, the funny thing is, every time I go to a rich person's house, and I've been to many before, they kind of lack character. You just go there and think to yourself, this is so devoid of any charisma and character, any sort of style. It's trying to be all fancy pantsy, but in a way where it just comes off as, I don't know, let's say a gypsy getting a million, nah, a gypsy getting 10 million euros and he's making a house of gold. That's the vibe I get from these rich people housings. I go there and there's no individuality, nothing interesting about it whatsoever. The houses itself from outside, they look so fucking boring and ridiculous. They look like Minecraft houses. They're blocky. They have a fucking one textured color. There is absolutely nothing individual or interesting about it. No cool facade, no cool forms, no twists, nothing. It's just bullshit blockheads with the same fucking white and gray colors that I've seen a million times before. I swear, the place that I live in, many of the houses are super fucking old and they look really cool and individual. But then you walk a few miles wider further where all of the new houses are, and they all look the absolute same to me. It's like a fucking AI generated these houses for them. Uh, they put into an AI the prompt, please make a house that is very modern and very fitting for the times. So they do it, and this is what comes out. I swear. I remember people bashing on Mirror's Edge Catalyst when it came out because of how ununique it looked and everything. Everything was so static and basic. But holy shit, Mirror's Edge Catalyst's world building holds up way better than what we have nowadays with this fucking bullshit fucking architecture. Jesus Christ. I can't believe I'm fucking ranting about fucking architecture right now, but that is what I'm doing indeed, because I think architecture is just fucking bullshit nowadays. Like anything else is bullshit. Jesus Christ, this boss sucks ass, man. Fuck you. Damn it. But that's funny. Whatever. So Here They Lie is the last Sony Santa Monica game that they developed that is not God of War. Crazy. How did I even get to the housing part? Oh yeah, because I was talking about. How did I get to that part? I don't know. I was talking about my mom. That's how we got there. Yeah, my mom. I don't know. She's also kind of a conspiracy theorist, and I hate that about her. I wish she wasn't. I wish she would lay down her fucking tablet and actually, I don't know, read a book or something, and not fucking always look up this bullshit conspiracy rap that she's always so into, like her and my stupid ass cousin. At least her daughters are not influenced by her. I can kind of be happy about that. I don't even talk to my cousin anymore. I used to visit her a lot. Like, we go to her place, we play Wii. Uh, nah, I don't fucking care about her. The only time she ever messages me is when she wants something or needs something. And I don't know, that's not a cousin I want to have. At least the other cousin, her brother, never fucking messages me. He's not like that. He's an asshole too. I don't like him, but he leaves me alone. That is the best part. The other one messages me at times when she needs something from me. Like, oh, bitch. Then you're like all conspiracy theorist idiot. You're fucking forcing your parents into this whole conspiracy theorist bullshit too. And your dad is forcing my parents into this conspiracy bullshit theorist crap. And I know you guys all get it from Serb media because I've seen Serb media. They're constantly talking about the dumbest shit that I've ever seen. Like, Elon Musk is a Serb. He was born in Serbia. His name is Elon Muskovic. What is another one? Fucking Star Wars was made by Serbs. It's actually a Orthodox Christian propaganda that the aliens have made together with. I'm not even kidding. I don't make this shit up. This is something that I read in a fucking Serbian article one time. I was thinking to myself, what the fuck are these idiots thinking? And I remember it's fucking influencing Bosnian people too, and it pisses me off. It's like, for fuck's sake, can't Serbia just fucking nuke itself and fucking die off? Nobody needs this bullshit ass country. I hate this country so to the core. And I hate Croatia too because they're also conspiracy theorist idiots. The entire Balkans is full of idiots, man. I swear to God. I'm so glad I grew up in Austria, where the fucking people have some fucking intellectual fucking understanding of the world. They have some logic in them. So fucking bullshit. Some of my friends also believe in this conspiracy theorist bullshit. Fuck off with your fucking anti-vaccine bullshit. Get this stupid fuck. I mean, we don't have corona anymore, I know, but there's still some people who hate vaccines for multiple reasons. And I'm like, guys, fucking shut the fuck up. Take the vaccine. Grow a fucking grip. Inform yourself. Don't be fucking stupid. Don't listen to fucking Donald Trump telling you this and that. Get your vaccine. Hepatitis isn't fun. I'm telling you. AIDS isn't fun. Hepatitis, whatever the fuck. Fucking the yellow sickness, whatever the hell they called that thing back in the day. The fucking getting bit by a bug isn't fun. I was bit by a bug. In fact, fuck, I was fucking vaccinated. Otherwise, I would have fucking gotten a way worse sickness than I would have ever gotten. The fucking bug was in my eye, by the way. I don't think I've ever told this story, but this bug was in my fucking eye, resting there, trying to fucking kill my ass. In fact, fuck, I had the vaccine. Otherwise, I would have fucking been dead by now. So fuck anti-vaccine people, and fuck flat earthers, and all of these fucking conspiracy theorist idiot bullcrappers. It's I'm not saying, for instance, that, I don't know, things like aliens and ghosts can exist. I do think ghosts are kind of bullshit, but aliens, there is a possibility. Because we don't fucking know what's out there. But fucking aliens coming to the US, like, I don't know, stealing a cow or some bullshit like that. Who the fuck are you fooling? Why the fuck would they do that? It is absolute bullshit. Why would they leave a fucking message in the cornfields? What are you guys fucking smoking? Or the guy who came up with the Loch Ness theory. Shut the fuck up. We both know you took some fucking toy plushie, put it in the water and made a picture of it. You fucking idiot. Moron ass cunt. Writing a whole entire fucking book about your experience with it as if it's a traumatizing experience for you. Shut up, you fucking idiot. Same with the fucking guy who saw UFOs for the first time. Fucking making a buck out of idiot fools online who believe his stupid story. Fucking hell, man. I'm so pissed at these type of people. I'm so pissed that these type of people are fucking controlling countries, governments, regions, fucking influencing normal people, fucking influencing my family. It's like, shut the fuck up, get your fucking shit away from me, leave me alone, and go bullcrap in somebody else's mouth, not in mine. I ain't that fucking easily fucking impressionable like many of these other morons are. And I think these fucking folk people, I swear, it's like the people who killed Gaddafi. They're the type of demographic for this shit. And Gaddafi himself is also a fucking idiot. I'm just gonna say it. I think he's an idiot. Whatever. Fuck. Who's messaging me anyway? What's going on here? What is that? What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? This stupid fucking cunt. This stupid fucking cunt, man. Holy shit, you have to be kidding me. Damn. Fuck no, I should have gone on a sick leave. There's no fucking way I'm gonna survive this. What a damn whore. I was I was able to go to her stupid store on a Friday to help her out. And just because I said I cannot help her out on a Saturday, this fucking bitch ain't coming to our store to help us out. You know what? Fuck it. They don't even deserve that I help them anytime soon. Idiots. Fuck themselves. I swear. The people at fucking Penny, they have no dignity. These guys are just fucking idiots and morons. I hope they fucking die. Sorry. I'm still heated about the whole conspiracy theories bullshit, so I'm kind of going apeshit right now. Don't take all of the things I say at face value. Sometimes I do exaggerate, I know. It's just the way I am. This guy never dies. What the fuck? Go kill yourself. As Serge Tankian from System of a Down would say, kill yourself. Jesus Christ. Gotta be shitting me with this. Now let's all calm down a bit. I'm gonna try to calm down myself. There's absolutely no reason for me to shout like that. But I am heated up. I'll say this. Like this whole conspiracy theory bullshit in my workplace. I mean, at least they didn't message me that I should come in earlier, shit like that. I'm glad about that. It would have been ridiculous if that was the case. It would have actually made me really mad, honestly. Holy shit, if they did that, I'd be like, I can, guys. That I would go on a sick leave myself, honestly. Why don't I go that much? My dad even went to a sick leave. Why doesn't he? Why don't I go more? I have a fucking cut in my hand. It's bleeding. Still. Yep. There we go. One. I actually did a few new things. Mm. That's my mouth. Mm. Let's try the priester. The priester, yeah. The priest, I mean. How are you gonna do that? I'm gonna do this one. Oh, why the fuck were the texts turned off? Okay, like, I don't know, that bitch had the audacity to ask me if I can come to her fucking store on Saturday so that she can go to a party. Now she's saying, well, I'm actually sick. Fuck yourself, bitch. Fuck yourself, bitch. That's what I'm saying. What the hell? Go away. Um, shit, was it the Kugelblitz? Oops. Can I redo the level? This is not what I wanted to do. I want to set focus closer. Quickly. Ah, this is fucking chocolate, man. Come on. How about you fuck off, man? I, I hate chocolate so much. Come on, open up, bitch. Whoa, good bonus. Good bonus. Mm, there you go. What the fuck, man? Why is it fucking? Ah, I'm always putting the mic away from my mouth when I eat because I don't want you guys to hear how You'll be hearing everything now. Fucking disgusting.